I think everything is effective if we start talking about the problems and creating solutions for change and measurement for accountability. And I think transparency is one of the biggest issues that we need to take on. It's about having conscious leadership. So the more we bring up the challenges, the more we start creating the solutions, the more progress we'll make.
We really wanted to catch up with you because we did see Quality Day this week and just get a read from corporate America. You deal with so many different companies on how they're dealing with these issues, about whether we're making progress and what sort of innovative ways companies are starting to think about this. What can you tell us in terms of a progress report?
Listen, I think we've come a long way. We've made a lot of progress, and yet we're still far behind on the wage gap, which I think is the #1 issue. And we're still far away from getting more women in top leadership positions, from CEOs to top leaders to board seats to VCs investing in female-owned businesses. And, we keep talking about narrowing the gap versus closing the gap. So when we are aware of the fact that there is a big wage gap, and if we do close the gap, we can add over $28 trillion to the global GDP by 2025, I'm not sure what we're waiting for.
Is a lot of the actual pay gap down to the number of people in certain positions, though?
I think that it's an overall. We started about 50-50 and end at less than 6% in the C-suite. And you will see the gap across the board, 80 cents on the dollar for women in general. And when you look at black women, it's 63 cents on the dollar, and Latinas, 54 cents on the dollar. And it is across the entire spectrum, from entry level through board level.
I know a lot of CEOs I talk to are paying attention to the issue and how many new people they hire. A lot of the financials, actually, the big banks are working on this. Shelly, which industries are you looking at in terms of best practices who have made some progress?
We're looking across the board. Mark Benioff from Salesforce has really made a conscious commitment to close the gap, to not talk about it, but to really put his money where his mouth is and close it. And I think we're seeing a lot of that, with conscious leadership, not talking about being unconscious. If you use the word unconscious, we're quite conscious. And once you're aware of the fact that there's a gap, it takes transparency in reporting and auditing yourself. Look across the board, and Bloomberg has done a wonderful job with self-reporting with the GEI, and we're starting to see a lot of organizations comply for themselves and for others in the industry, from marketing, media, advertising, research, technology, finance, automotive. We're starting to see a lot of conscious decisions to close the gap, equal pay for equal work and equal opportunity.